Good day and welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. In this video, we're going to talk about the Caresh zone, how to unlock it, everything you need to know, and just give you a very solid overview of the entire zone, what you can do, what it unlocks, etc. So unlocking Caresh is pretty easy. If you're max level, you'll get a quest that will enable you to head over there. If you cannot find that quest, if your quest log is full or you just don't see it, look in your adventure guide and you will get it. It's called a shadowy invitation. Once you get this quest, you can just follow the short introductory quest line and you will very quickly unlock Caresh by the second quest. Once you've done that, access it through the portal and you'll be in the Caresh zone. For now, continue with the main story up until you complete part 3. Part 4 and 5 will unlock at later dates. Part 4 should be out by the time this video is out or shortly after. In terms of unlocking Caresh, some important factors to note. Firstly, flying is readily available in Caresh. You will be able to fly immediately upon entering the zone, so you don't have to panic too much about mobility there. In fact, flying outside of the phase conduits is almost necessary to get from zone to zone. The next important thing to understand is that in terms of the story, you're going to want to push until you get to part 3 and finish part 3 of the story. This will unlock the Reshii Wrap for your character, which is a very powerful, potent artifact cloak. This cloak is important for two reasons. Firstly, it's very powerful for you. Secondly, it has unlocks that will strengthen your character and give you access to new features that have come with this patch of this expansion. And the next thing is that it actually unlocks a skip for your ults. See, once you have unlocked the Reshii Wrap and completed the introductory questline to the Reshii Wrap, which is a couple quests long, every ult you take the shadowy invitation on will immediately be presented with a skip once you enter in for the third quest. By doing this, you can skip the entire story portion, fly straight to the Reshii Wrap vendor, and engage there. Now the Reshii Wrap is pretty simple. It has 5 talents. These each cost 3. You are able to upgrade them all once, and you earn the currency by completing certain tasks across the War Within. Finishing delves, finishing dungeons, etc. etc. Upgrading the Reshii Wrap will unlock new features, and the tokens and powers you get will also increase the item level of the wrap. If you want more information, I have it covered in a greater video on how to do everything precisely. But for now, all you need to know is that it is a great boon to you and your units. Well, sorry, ults. The next important thing is it unlocks phase conduits, which are teleporting pads you'll find around the Caresh zone, and it unlocks phase diving, which you will need to complete certain world quests, participate effectively in the world boss fight, and also to find certain treasures and rares. So phase diving will be an important component. Switching regularly will matter a lot. The world boss, Reshii, is available weekly and will earn you a warbound piece of champion gear. It's super important that you make sure that you do this boss every week, but it is also important that you understand that sometimes you will have to be in phase diving mode so that you can actually fight the boss effectively. For information about phase diving, you can see my video with a couple tips and tricks on how to use it effectively. At Renown rank 3, you will unlock the ability to engage in warrants. Warrants are a weekly quest available from Constable Zodazaz. It will give you currency called untethered coins, but also it will more importantly give you access to, sorry, not untethered coins, that's a weekly quest from your Hashim vendor, but it will give you basically a way to earn the upgrading power for your Reshii Wrap. So it's something that's important, also gives you rep, so it's a pretty good system to engage in. It only unlocks at Renown 3, and it requires you to perform essentially 3 specific tasks. Next we have the weekly assignment. This is obviously available provided you've completed enough world quests, and is similar to any weekly assignments in any other zone in the War Within. Once you've completed a couple world quests, you'll get a special world quest with a pinnacle cache and some bonus rewards and reputation for the faction for that week. As with any zone, there are rares and treasures. What's important to take note of is that some of the rares and treasures are only available if you are in phase diving mode. So if you cannot fight a rare or cannot see one, or if you have things like handy notes and TomTom, and you're unable to engage or interact with certain treasures, or you're trying to solve puzzles around them, look into phase diving, as it's largely, most times, the solution to a lot of these. So that's just my overall suggestion for you. Of course, there are side quests as well. These side quests show up on your map and will give you valor stones, which is helpful, but also will give you reputation towards the Caresh Trust faction. On top of that, they are crucial if you're looking to unlock some aesthetic transmogs that will give you some ethereal appearances for your characters. So bear that in mind if you are looking at getting involved in collecting transmogs. Aside from the side quests, we can move on to the next content. This is Ecological Succession. It is also a weekly quest, and this will require you to do certain tasks for Venari in the Oasis zone. This is only available provided you have completed Chapter 4 of the campaign, and because it's not currently out, you will have to wait until you finish Chapter 4 to unlock Ecological Succession. I think a couple hours after this video is up, Part 4 will be up, so you can participate in it as a weekly quest. Part of the process for Ecological Succession, and the process in obtaining a cool mount, is Devourer Invasions. These are available every 30 minutes, and will be indicated on the map by an icon. Very shortly, a boss will appear after you've defeated a couple waves, and when you defeat the boss, you will be dropped a special item. This item will contribute towards Ecological Succession, but also will contribute towards obtaining a rare mount. Of course, on top of this, you also have the vendors. There are two vendors, one located by the Reshii Wrap vendor. This vendor sells things for untethered coins, which are available with your weekly quest that you can take from the Reshii Wrap trainer, Hashim, which will require you to perform activities whilst phase diving with your character. The second vendor is obviously the Caresh Trust vendor, who is located in Tazvesh Market. Here, based on your renown with the Caresh Trust, you will be able to buy certain items. Of course, the pinnacle of these items are the mounts. I love how freaky deaky the Devourer mount looks, although it will require you to have a higher renown. But there's also a bunch of useful items, ranging from just straight up gear, to obviously knowledge for your profession, recipes, etc. Next, that's super important to take note of course, is the lore books. The lore books have numerous locations. They provide a once-off 250 reputation bonus. You can locate them on the map through these little magnifying glasses that you see on the mini-map. They are also necessary for the Secrets of Tazavesh achievement. I'll show all their locations in a separate video, but you can locate them on your map through the magnifying glasses. The Caresh Trust is obviously the new faction. You gain reputation for them by pretty much any of the activities I've mentioned. Anytime you initially first kill a rare, anytime you complete a quest, side quest, anytime you complete a weekly quest, anytime you perform X activity, chances are you're earning reputation to the Caresh Trust. This will be important as gaining renown here not only gives you things like crests and valor stones, but also gives you a heroic reward, as well as obviously access to the mounts and vendor items that we previously mentioned. After that, the only last thing really to mention is the Delve's Raid and Dungeon. Of course, with any new zone comes new content. The Delve is pretty decent once you get used to it. The Raid obviously will be out this week coming and will begin Season 3, and the Dungeon will be in the Mythic Plus rotation. So getting used to these bits of content, trying them out, and giving them a try and a blast will be pretty crucial towards how you go in this season. That's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions or queries, and I'll see you in the next one. But until then, take care and bye.